This is chapter number 4, the Mughal Empire. Now we will talk about what were the traditions of Mughal succession, that is, those descendants which are coming from the ancestors. What is the idea of succession or getting money and the power? So there are two words you need to understand. First is primogeniture. This question are being made by this, so you need to understand very well. It's primogeniture, first word. Second is copercenary. So these are two words. Now, what is the idea is that whenever you have a dad or a pitaji, now it may be a raja, it may be a king, or it may be a normal person. Now he has certain kids. Now when in the age wise, the eldest is the first one and the last one is the youngest one. All the money, power, shasan, reign, everything is given to the eldest one, only and only the eldest one. Others one don't get anything. That is called primogeniture. That is, all the inheritance is what eldest son is getting. Everything he is getting. As I said, money, ornaments, the power, that is primogeniture. So Mughals were not following it. Please understand, Mughal not following it. Second is copercenary. Copercenary means whatever the father has, say he has 4 rupees, 1 will be divided to each of them equally. If he is a big emperor, so he has around 8 subas or 8 prans, it will divide 2 in 4 equal parts. That is called copercenary. And copercenary, now Mughals, they were following copercenary way of succession. Okay. Now coming to Mughal relations with other rulers, from Babur to Aurangzeb, they were a very good emperor who had a very good relationship with others. It may be Rajputs, it may be other Deccan or South. So they were talking properly, they were giving respect. And Aurangzeb, we know he was not like that. So what happened? This was a big empire and they wanted more. So Mughal Empire, whosoever is not willing to accept the Mughal Empire authority, Mughal ruler authority, Mughals were trying to do this. They were forcing them to, they were attacking or pressurizing them to follow their rules and get their identity. But Mughal rulers, in the course of time, they became very stronger. When an emperor becomes so strong, the empire becomes so strong, so the smaller ones, what will they do? They will accept the authority anyhow. So I'll give an example of Rajputs. So Rajputs, they were very much known for their power, warriorship, valor. They were known as of good fighters. And because Rajputs at that time, I told you these are all the empire, and they accepted Mughal emperorship. Okay? And they willingly accepted. Now, what you will do when you have a friendship, you will call someone for dinner, or you will marry your kid. That is a relationship you'll be making. So roti beti ka rishta. So Rajputs girls were quite beautiful. The Mughal Khandan, Mughal emperor also, the women were beautiful, men were beautiful, handsome. So there was a roti beti ka rishta. Roti means food, beti means relationship. So this is how the Rajputs, they got high positions, very high ranks. We'll talk about the ranks just now. So this is the example. I'll give an example here. There is a proper genealogy, there is a proper chronology, there is a proper relationship being made. Now coming to Jahangir, and And see, Jahangir's mother is Jodhabai, and she was from Kutch region. She was the daughter of Rajput ruler of Amber, which is present day Jaipur. Amber is Jaipur. Okay, so Rajkumari, that is the daughter of the king. And so we have Jaipur, Rajput ruler, daughter is Jodhabai. Jodhabai, this Amber, this is Jaipur region. So please remember, Jahangir mother is Jodhabai, and who is actually the wife of Akbar. So Akbar's wife Jodhabai was Rajput. Now coming to the second one. Now Shah Jahan mother, she was Manmati Bai. Shah Jahan mother was Manmati Bai, and she is coming from, she was a Rathore princess. That is the ruler, Rajput ruler of Marwar, Jodhpur, Jaipur, Jodhpur. So the ruler, the kid or the daughter of Rajput ruler of Marwar, Jodhpur is Manmati Bai. So Jaipur, Jodhpur, and this is Manmati Bai. So Manmati Bai was the wife of Jahangir. Okay, the kid was Shah Jahan. Akbar's wife Jodhabai, the kid was Jahangir. Let me just show you so that it remembers. See, these are all the various other marriages took place. So Akbar's Jodhabai, Jahangir. Jahangir Manmati Bai, Shah Jahan. And this Jaipur, Jodhpur, these were rulers, and they voluntarily accepted Mughal rule, and they were given high positions. There is one more Rajput Khandan, that is the Sisodia Rajput. They deterred, they refused to accept the Mughal authority for a long time. But once, because Mughal rulers were strong, so finally they got defeated. But when they got defeated, Mughal Empire, Sisodia, they resisted. Finally, we have, I'll just give you a name of Akbar. We have various rulers like this. Now, when Sisodia Rajput lost, Akbar didn't insulted them. They gave him respect. A Rajput which is not following your orders, they know that you're going to eventually defeat them. But still, after being defeated, the king, the Mughal emperor, they gave respect to the Sisodia ruler, these rulers or Rajputs, Sisodia Rajputs. So that is a kind of a big balance. They were defeating it, but not not humiliating them. That is, defeating and giving them respect to the opponents, to the kings whom they defeat. So that is why kings, chieftains all over there, or the areas which were not in the Mughal Empire, they also started respecting the Mughal emperors. Because of this, a proper balance between defeating and not humiliating. But there were others also. Aurangzeb did the other thing. He insulted Shivaji. Shivaji came to accept Mughal authority finally. He said, okay, I am going to accept it. But Aurangzeb, rather than giving him respect, he was being insulted. Right? So that is how Shivaji got angry. Then it was guerrilla warfare, chapa mari paddhati. Shivaji, he fought against Mughal empireship. Coming to Mansabdars and Jagirdars. Mansabdar and Jagirdar, Mansabdari policy, Vyavastha, Jagirdari policy. Now you need to understand this very well, because this was landmark. This was the policy, landmark policies. Now, by the time this Mughal Empire, they grew, that area grew. Previously, the main office bearers, or those who were in the high ranking positions, they were Turanis. Previously, it was Turanis. First, when I heard this word, I thought that it is Turki and Irani combination, but it's not like that. So Turanis, Turkish people, Turkish nobles, Turkish Abijad, Turkish Kulin, these were the main office bearers Okay, they were given the highest authority. But people thought, and the emperor thought, they were Hindu, Muslim, Indian Muslim, Rajput, Marathas, Afghans. There is a mix of everyone. You cannot just have these Turanis every time to rule them. So what they did, emperors, what they did, in the office or in the Mughal service, like they were started giving job. Like Indian government, what they do? They recruit Indian administrative service people, IAS people, PCS, IPS, okay, and all the government officers, big government officer, class 1 gazetted officer. So they also recruited or given the position or the appointment to all the diverse people in the Mughal service. It was, right, we have Indian administrative service, previously it was Mughal service. You can relate it like that. Okay. So the name given to this high ranking position people were Mansabdars. These were Mansabdars. Okay. Mansabdar means there is a person who hold a rank, who hold a position, who holds a mansab. Mansab is not an area, mansab is nothing, it's just a rank or a position. Like you are an account officer, you are a, say, member of parliament, so you have a rank. You are a lieutenant colonel, you have a rank. For example, general manager, and there is a manager. So general manager is a higher position than manager. Okay, he holds higher mansab, higher position, higher rank. Now this position, rank became so important that this is a ranking kind of thing. So what happens, that the rank, the salary and the responsibilities, rank, salary and military responsibilities is determined or evaluated by a numerical value. And numerical value, that is military responsibilities, how many soldiers you have or cavalry, etc. So this rank, salary and military responsibility is devised, evaluated by ZAT, Z-A-T, ZAT. That means if you are a Mansabdar, you will have a rank like a general manager. He may have 1 lakh salary. A manager will have 50,000 salary. Okay, general manager has a rank, he has a salary, he has a responsibility. He has, say, 4 regions under his control, and manager will have just 1 area in the control. So rank, salary and this MR, that is military responsibility, combined, there is a numerical value which defines its rank, salary and MR. A Zat or Zat, who is at what position. So what will be the position? So if Zat, I'll just give an example here. It's given here Zat ranking or Zat ranking. So nobles, if you see, nobles or Qaleen or the Mansab, if they have a Zat of 5,000, another one has 1,000. So whosoever has 5,000 Zat, he will have higher rank, higher salary, higher responsibility. The person who is having Zat 1,000, he will have lower rank, lower salary, lower military responsibility. They both are Mansabdars. 5,000 to 1,000 person. But they have different ranks, salary, MR with respect to the Zat, because Zat is different. So this Mansabdar have to keep the cavalry, or you can say the Ghudsawar or cavalrymen. That is, they will bring these horses and they will be sealed for permanence. Permanently they will be sealed. Ghode, cavalrymen, saber, there will be a mark so that, okay, this belongs to this Mansab or this Mansabdar. There was a symbol kind of, like we have a seal right now. Okay. Then along with this, all these cavalrymen, all the people, soldiers, they need to be registered. That is name, what is their address, etc. All they have to be registered. So when the seal is complete, registration is complete, then only the military, Mansabdars will be given salaries. They will be given salaries, but they will not get the salaries in cash, in coins. Every Mansabdar will be given an area, and whatever tax, revenue, money comes out of that land, That will be the salary of this Mansabdar. Mansabdar will not get cash. He will get a land, and this land is called as Jagir. Jagirdar. He will become a Jagirdar. So this Jagir. So previously we have learned about Iqta in Delhi Sultanate. Now in Iqta, it's quite similar, but in Iqta, the Iqtidar or the Mukti, he will live there. But in Mansabdar, he will not live there, means not live at this Jagir. He will be doing the military responsibility somewhere else. But his servants will collect the tax. But in Iqtidar or Iqta, the Mukti will collect the tax by his own from the land. So there is a difference. But Iqtidari and Jagirdari is a difference. Iqtidari, the person Mukti will stay here, Iqtidar will stay here and will collect the tax. In Mansabdari, the Mansab will not live there. Some other person will collect the tax. Now, in Akbar's reign, what will happen? I'll give you a number also. There is a number of 29 and 79. In Akbar, the Jagirs were given in such a way, that is, if someone has a Zat of 5,000, the other one is having a Zat of 3,000. So 5,000 will get by default higher salary than 3,000. So the area will be smaller, and the resources will be less in 3,000. This area Jagir will be less. So there was a proper way of assessment of that area of that piece of land that will be ultimately given to the Mansab, so that he gets the salary out of it, around about equivalent salary. See, when Akbar was there, there were 29 people or Mansabdars who were having 5,000 Zat. When Aurangzeb came, it was 79 Mansabdars who were having the Zat of 5,000. So there was a difference. So when we have this 79 Mansabdars and having the 79,000, you have 5,000 Zat, there will be people of 4,000 Zat, there will be people of Mansabdars of 3,000 Zat. So everyone has to wait for the Jagirs. They were not getting the land. If they don't get a land, how are they going to take care of their cavalrymen, their soldiers, their money? Okay. So if somebody gets the Jagir, what will they do? They will try to extract everything out of it. That is, from where do you get the money? From Garibs, from poor. And who are the poor? Peasants, farmers. That is how this peasants suffered a lot here. They suffered tremendously. Now I'm going to talk about Zabt and Zamindar. Zabt and Zamindar. Now I just told you that in any shasan or any governance, the farmers or the land or the agriculture are the main source of revenue. That is the produce, that is the cultivation they get, the taxes levied upon them, that is the main income. So there was a in-between person. He may be the big person, he may be a local chieftain, Sardar, he may be Mukhya, headman. So he will take the money from the peasants. They will take the money from all the area which belongs to him, and it will give it to the Raja, it will give it to the emperor or to his khazana. Now the in-between person, it may be a headman, local chieftain, or any influential person. They all were called combinedly as Zamindar. I hope you understand from where this Zamindar has come. Zamindar are all the people, it may be headmen, powerful people, local chieftain, who used to take tax from the peasant and then transfer it to the king or the emperor. Now there was Akbar, in royal court we have Todarmal. He is one of the Navratnas. So in Akbar, he was in his royal code, of emperor, he was revenue minister, Rajaswa Mantri. Todermal was revenue minister. Now Akbar told him that, okay, you do one thing. You try to analyze and survey the 10-year, that is 10 sala, 10 year 1570 to 1580. What was the crop yield? What were the prices? And what was the region they were cultivated? That is, who got what, which crop grows at which place is not good for the growing, which place is not for cultivation. So this is whole survey has to be done, and that is being done by Todermal. And Todermal, this is, say if we have certain crops like paddy, chawal, we have gehu, that is wheat, we have peas, say chana or peas, that is the grams. Now what they did, they went and surveyed every place. For example, this is a place. Now it may happen that somewhere it is chana, somewhere it is gehu, somewhere it is the other one, that is chawal or cotton. Say, let us introduce something else. Now if you see here, there may be some place in this chana area where we have the land is not good, or it is drought affected area. So if you apply tax on each area, that is, the cotton is a cash crop, so you cannot have the same tax what is on the paddy on the cotton. Okay, the place where there is no growing, cultivation is not possible at all, why do you have to put a tax on them? They can't give you anything. So they divided the whole land into different circles, prant. They divided the whole area into different revenue circles, and in every area, I am giving an example like the wheat, like barley, like cotton, or whatever was there, they gave a proper rate. There was a list for each area, like 50 for this, 60 for this, 70 for this. Right now we have MSP, in agriculture sector we have MSP. Like this, every crop was given a number that this is the price you are going to get, or this is the price you are going to pay. Sorry, not get, but you have to pay. And this amount you have to pay. And this list, the idea of dividing the place into different parts and a fixed list for that particular area is zabt, is zabat. Okay, did you get the idea? Every province was divided into revenue circle. They have own schedule of rates, revenue rates for individual crops, and this revenue system is zabat. And this is the money they are going to take. If you are growing paddy in this area, you have to pay 50. If you are growing, say, wheat, you have to pay 60. Now there are places which cannot be surveyed. The place which cannot be surveyed. So for example, at that time, Gujarat, Bengal, and there are various areas you cannot survey. Okay. So that assessment, wherever this zabat system cannot be applied here. Zabat system cannot be applied here. So the places where zabat system was there, the revenue was very good. The taxes were very good. See, Zamindar was taking money from the peasants, and they used to take all these money from the peasants, and peasants are, what do? They don't have power. So they started rebelling against Zamindars. Maybe the Zamindar is taking 100 rupees, he is just giving 80 or 60 rupees. There is corruption also. So because of this corruption, because of this extreme pressure on the farmers, there were revolts, there was rebellion. Sometimes the zamindar and the peasant, they get combined together, and for example, they have same caste, say Kori, and then they will revolt or rebel against the Mughal emperor, especially the local authorities. They will rebel against them. So basically, this different revolts, rebellion of peasants, this created a problem, and that was seen, at the end of the 17th century. Okay. So this is about Zabt and Zamindari. We will talk about Akbar Nama and Aine Akbari and Akbar policies in the next discussion. Till then, thank you so much. Take care of yourself.